Good morning. How are you this morning? Hope you're well. As always, I like to see or hear that you're doing well, so I hope you're doing well. I want to jump right in here today. I was asked after one of my posts the other day to if you're a visionary, a creator type personality style, how to increase your communication or the effectiveness of your communication. So I want to jump right into that today. All right, so let's use the DISC personality profile to find out where you're at. So the one I put the graphic out the other day on, if you're a visionary, you see the big picture, you're quick to act, you're a great problem solver, you're a natural leader. Okay, that's your D area in the DISC personality profile. So the D's, again, you guys are able to see the big picture. You're able to motivate and drive others to accomplish the tasks and the goals. That is what you're focused on. You're focused on results, getting the results. And if you want to get the best results out of the people around you, out of your team, out of your family members, out of your children, you'll want to shift your communication style to better help them connect and come on board with what you're saying. And so here's a couple things to remember about yourself. So you guys are great leaders, you're great motivators, you're great at getting the job done in the face of challenges or tough situations or areas that need solutions. You're able to come up and find a way and get the task accomplished. All right, so you guys are great. Without the D personality people, we wouldn't get a whole lot done in the world. So you guys are great at doing that. But what you have to realize is that 3% of people are Ds. So there's about 3% of people that are like you. And so there's 97% of other people that you're dealing with that don't communicate or value or see things the way that you see them. So though you're a great leader, you're going to have to, for better results, shift your communication. Doesn't mean get rid of your strengths, but it just means you may have to communicate in a different style to relate to these other people. So what we have over here is your I style, and 11% of people are I's. They're also faster thinkers. They like to speak. They're a little more confrontational, like the D's, as far as not in a negative sense, but if there's a situation, they like to talk about it. They like to be aggressively involved and accomplish it. But unlike the D's, the I's prefer more of a favorable situation. The D personality, you visionaries, you creators, you don't mind if it's a challenging situation, you'll stand up and find a way to accomplish it. Well, the I's prefer, even though they like to be relational and talk and interact and be upfront there, they prefer it to be a favorable situation. And so when you're challenging, when you're aggressive as a D, with your high ego strength and your desire to accomplish tasks and goals, you can be overwhelming for the I. And the I's are looking to have fun, they're looking to relate. As a D, you're focusing on the task and you're like, let's just get it done. And the I wants to have a relationship and talk about it and feel good about themselves and have some fun. And so you can drive too hard for the I, even though you like that more straightforward approach of the D. You can make it too unfavorable for them or make it too much of a strenuous situation. Then the I wants to pull back and run away. Okay? So then you have the C. 17% of people are C's. C's do not like confrontation, and their fear is criticism. So as a D, you're strong and aggressive, but you can be too strong and aggressive for the other personality styles. So you have to remember that. So you're looking to solve the problem, complete the task, which the C is also interested in, but when you confront and you come strong, the C is fearing that confrontation and the criticism. And so you're pushing, as a D, you're driving to get the task done, but you could be driving too hard, and the C becomes overwhelmed, starts to pull back, and you're actually touching their fear. So you want to recognize that as well. Yes, you need to get the task done, but when you're driving and you're confrontational, although you don't mean anything by it, you're just trying to accomplish your goal, it becomes critical, a criticizing statement to the C, and they begin to react out of fear or withdrawal, so you don't get their best. So that's something to remember about the C's. And then you have over here, you have the S's. 69% of people are S's, and that's going to be a lot of the majority of the group you're working with, of course, because it's a higher percentage. They also do not like confrontation, okay? And they don't like a bunch of various change all the time. So if you're communicating, you creators and you Ds, to get the task done, which is great, accomplish things, but your highest percentage of people down here, you're very confrontational, you're very strong, you're in their face trying to drive the project forward, you're getting fear reactions out of these guys. And you're actually placing these guys and gals over here into an unfavorable situation, the I's, and so you're getting a lot of fear reactions. So you want to change your communication. The S's don't like confrontation. They don't like the change. So you're always talking about, we got to do it different. We got to change it. We got to mix it up. That's also not what the S's like. And so that's just a couple tips here. You, as a D, as a creator, as a visionary, as one who's great at leading, you can motivate people to accomplish a task. You can get things done. You can be very successful. Again, without you, there's no driving force in the world, but you're a very small percentage. And so to recognize that you have the ability to be strong, and which is needed to lead, but your communication style will have to be shifted a little bit to get everyone else on board, because people are going to be motivated by the kind of the culture you create rather than just your ideas. And so when you're communicating with the I, D, talk about, how great they're doing. Don't be so strict, focusing only on the task. Allow for some fun. They need fun and interaction with people. If you isolate an I and just say, hey, get the task done, you can drive them crazy, you can drive them into the ground, and they still won't perform the task, because they're looking to have fun, they're looking to do it with people, interacting, and be in a favorable environment. When you're talking to the C, if you become critical and confrontational, as soon as you get up in their face, that also makes them want to withdraw or act out of fear. So you want to give them facts, allow them to work with the details, and don't be overly critical and confrontational. You got to be a little more subtle. You need to be a little more subtle when you confront. It doesn't mean let them just run around and not accomplish your task. You're a leader for a reason. You need to accomplish a goal, but you don't be so harsh and confrontational and critical when you talk about things, and allow them to pick out the details, allow them to work in their favorable area. And then when you're communicating with the S's, remember, again, not confrontational. Talk about being a team player, recognize them for what they're doing, for who they are. If you recognize the C for the way they did it right, they like that. You recognize the S for who they are, the good job they did, their spot in the team, help them feel part of the team. Don't confront, don't keep bringing too many changes to them. Give them clear parameters when you're speaking to them. Don't talk about all the possibilities out there, and it could be this or it could be that and whatever, but begin to communicate in some more absolutes. Allow them to be a part of the team, so don't just drive them, but allow them to have some feedback, make them feel part of the team, respect their opinion. They all want to, by instinct, be a little more passive and a little more quiet and say, I don't care, but they actually do really care in the end. And then you'll have more of that passive-aggressive resistance if you don't allow them to have input. So give them some input, help them feel part of the team. So I hope this helps you as a D, as a creator, as a visionary, as a leader, to be able to maximize your communication, to maximize the lives of the people around you, of your team, and to help you accomplish your tasks and your goals and to hit your mark. So if there's anything else I can help you with, let me know, but here's a few tips for your communication today. Enjoy.